Croeso Pub to the Games Under £20 PSN sale. This sale ends on the 1st of September, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. On a side note, there's a load of Fallout 4 DLC on sale for 70% discount, so if you've picked up the PS5 and you've got the free base version with the PS Plus collection, then you might want to check those out. Okay, let's look at the games. Up first, we have Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £9.99, which isn't bad. This edition includes the F-104C Avril DLC as a bonus, and in the main game you get to become an ace pilot in photorealistic sorties including aircraft combat, bombing runs, aircraft versus ship combat, and massive air fortress battles. And it even includes exclusive VR missions, so you'll get the best fighter plane VR content on PlayStation with this game. It's also part of an amazingly legendary series that's been around since PS1 days, and it's great. It's really cool. I love these games, I've played them a long time, and if you like fighter plane games, there's simply no equal to this game. This is your only option. So if you're looking for a game like this, you should just buy this one. Next up is Arcade Classics Anniversary Collection. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £3.19, which is really awesome for 8 full games. This is a Konami collection, and it includes 8 games from the 80s arcades. 7 of them are scrolling shooters, including 2 Gradius games, and there's 1 platformer, so it's a really good value for retro scrolling shooter fans. But hey, if you're not a retro scrolling shooter fan, then maybe you want to look at something else instead. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Standard Edition is our next game. It was released in 2013, so it's 8 years old, and it's on a 50% discount for the price of £7.99, which is really good for a PlayStation Hits collection game. In this open-world action-adventure set in 1715, in the pirate-filled Caribbean, you play Edward Kenway, who is Welsh and therefore better than Ezio. It features the usual Assassin's Creed gameplay, with naval combat for the first time, including boarding parties. This game was pretty much the last of the great Assassin's Creed games before they started throwing in a load of microtransactions and leveling rubbish, so if you like the good old days and you never played this one, you should definitely take a look at it. Or if you're a big fan of pirates, then you'll love this game as well. Next we have Battlefield 1 Revolution. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on an 80% discount for the price of £6.59, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. And it includes £32.99 worth of DLC, including 4 themed expansion packs of maps, weapons and more, so again a huge amount of DLC included as well at this price. The campaign is set in World War I and tells 6 war stories for a more varied gameplay experience than normal, and it also throws in 64-player online multiplayer as well, although there's no guarantee how active that is these days, but that's the risk with a lot of games on sale. So if you haven't played a Battlefield game in a while and you like the look of this one, you might just want to pick it up for this price. We're going old school again with Castlevania Anniversary Collection. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, but the games are much older than that really, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £3.19, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. And it's a really good deal because it includes Castlevania 1-4, Bloodlines, 2 Game Boy games, Kid Dracula, and an ebook of the history of Castlevania, so you get a massive amount of content for this price. In these Metroidvania games you get to replay the legendary series that created a new genre, playing as various Belmonts throughout history, hunting vampires and demons, including Dracula himself. They feature huge open worlds full of hidden abilities, epic boss battles, and a load of enemies to fight. On a side note, the PlayStation 1 games are also on sale in a bundle for £6.39, 60% discount, so if you're interested in the more modern ones you might want to check them out as well. More old school next, with Contra Anniversary Collection. It was released in 2019, so it was also 2 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £3.19, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it as well. This includes 10 games from the NES, SNES, arcade and Game Boy era, plus a bonus ebook of the history of Contra as well. You get to play the legendary retro shooter series, including different versions of the originals in this awesome collection. It features difficult skill-based shooting and platforming with massive bosses and a huge variety of guns to use. This series is just as legendary as the Castlevania games, so if you're a run-and-gun shooting fan, or you like challenging games but you never played them, you'll probably want to check these games out. Back to the future now with Deus Ex Mankind Divided Digital Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and is on an 85% discount for the price of £5.24, which is pretty good. It includes £12 worth of DLC, including 2 story expansions, some weapons, items and boosters. In this first-person shooter RPG set in 2029, where mechanically augmented humans have been deemed outcasts and segregated, Adam Jensen returns to a world that despises his kind, augmenting his body with new abilities in a story where your decisions change the outcome. This is a really great FPS series, so if you're looking for something with a bit more story and a lot better gameplay than things like Call of Duty, then you should take a look at this, because there's an actual game to be played here, rather than just some piece of rubbish tacked onto a multiplayer game. Dishonored Death of the Outsider Deluxe Bundle is our next game. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on an 85% discount for the price of £7.19, which is great as it includes the base game, Death of the Outsider Story Expansion, and the Imperial Assassins Pack. In this first-person action game, you play as the Empress Emily or her father Corvo, utilising their supernatural abilities to reclaim their stolen throne. It features stealth, customizable abilities, ranged and bladed weaponry, which enables you to complete the missions any way you want, so it gives you a bit of variety to play the game as well. This is another great first-person series, so again, if you're bored of the usual COD and Battlefield, then you should take a look at this as well, because it's a proper game with a great story and great gameplay. Doom is up next. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £3.99, which is really awesome, as this edition now includes all 3 DLC expansions, and all the feature updates as well. In this first-person shooter, you fight your way through hell, slaying demon hordes in this epic reboot of a legendary game series. It features fun destructible weapons, a melee system with gore-filled attacks, and it includes 12-player online multiplayer as well. And on a side note, Doom 1993, Doom 2, Doom 64, Doom 3 are all on sale for under £2, plus there's a bundle with Doom 1 to 3 and this game for £6.24. And Doom Eternal is also on sale for $13.74, 75% discount as well. So if you're a huge fan of Doom, everything's on sale practically at the moment, and a lot of them are really good deals as well, so you might want to check all of that out if you're a fan. But hey, if you're not a Doom fan, then check this one out anyway, because it's a great first-person shooter, and there's nothing like it, there really isn't. It's very unique and awesome. Our next game is Dragon's Crown Pro. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £6.24, which is really good. This is a brawler RPG, where you play as one of 6 classes, with both ranged and melee combat, as you explore dungeons, finding treasure and fighting monsters. It features enhanced 4K graphics for the PS4, with enhanced audio and a re-recorded live orchestral soundtrack, and it also features 4-player offline and online co-op. I love brawlers like Streets of Rage and that sort of stuff, loved them as a kid, and this is a really good modern one, mixed with RPG elements, and it includes online multiplayer as well. You really can't ask for much more. It's definitely worth taking a look at. If you like a beat 'em up, take a look at it. Our next game is God Eater 3. It was released in 2019, so it was 2 years old, and it's on an 86% discount for the price of £6.99, which is really good. This action RPG is set in a post-apocalyptic world, filled with massive monsters known as Aragami. You must wield God Arc weapons and burst attacks to defeat them, and fight for the survival of mankind. It features 8-player online multiplayer as well, although again with these sorts of niche games, no guarantee how active that is these days. But hey, if you're a fan of the anime, or you like anime-inspired games, then you'll probably enjoy this game anyway, so why not take a look? More anime franchises next, with Jump Force Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2019, so it was 2 years old, and is on an 84% discount for the price of £12.47, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and it's a really good price, as this edition includes £24.99 worth of DLC, with the 9 additional characters Trafalgar D. Waterloo, Madara Uchiha, Boo, Biscuit Kruger, Katsuki Bakugo, All Might, Grimjaw Jaeger Chavez, Hitsugaya Toshiro, and Set Kaiba. This unique 3D fighter includes characters from a number of Jump franchises, including Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and more. So if you're a big fan of anime, you've probably heard of all of these franchises, and if you like fighting games, this might just be a dream come true for you. I mean, you'll never see Naruto fight Goku anywhere else, right? Anyway, it's a pretty good deal, so if you're interested, pick it up. But if you're just a fighting fan and you don't care about anime, you'll probably want to pick up something else instead. Up next is Jurassic World Evolution. It was released in 2018 and is 3 years old, with a discount of 80% for a price of £7.39, which is really good. In this management sim, on the famous islands of the Muertos Archipelago, you get to build your own Jurassic Park, bioengineering dinosaurs, building the park to contain them, expanding the islands, and choosing your own journey with a story full of iconic characters from the series. Just be careful which version you pick up, because the cheapest way to get this game is to buy the base edition on sale and then buy the expansion collection when that goes on sale as well. I've got this game myself, I recently completed it, and I loved it. If you're a fan of management games, and especially if you like Jurassic Park, you'll really enjoy this. It's a really good game, and I'm looking forward to the sequel that was just announced. Just Cause 3 XXL Edition is next. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 85% discount for the low price of £3.49, which is really great value, because it includes over £24 worth of DLC, featuring the 3 Air, Land and Sea expansions, the Reaper missile mech, weaponized vehicle, explosive weapons pack, and the Kusava rifle. In this third-person open-world action game, you play as Rico Rodriguez as he fights to free his homeland, the Medici Island country, from the dictator General Sebastiano di Ravello, using an arsenal of explosively fun weapons and gadgets. These games are really awesome, they're designed for fun. You just run around with guns and explosives and gadgets and just create mayhem and chaos. With all sorts of cool tanks, boats, cars, parachutes, you name it, it's in the game. If you're one of those people in GTA that doesn't play the story and you just run around with a rocket launcher creating havoc, you should just buy this game. It's better and it's designed for you. You'll love it, I promise. Another old school game now, Legend of K Anniversary. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, but it was on PlayStation originally, so it's older than that. And it's on an 80% discount for the price of £4.99, which is pretty decent. This third-person action platformer is a remaster of the 90s classic with enhanced graphics and character models, where you get to use martial arts combat while platforming and puzzling through a world inspired by ancient China. So if you're a big fan of old school platformers, like Super Mario 64, or if you're looking for a game for your kid, then they'll probably really enjoy this, just like you will. So why not check it out? We have a racing game next, Moto GP 18. It was released in 2018, obviously, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 85% discount for the price of £4.99 or £3.74 with PS Plus, which is really cheap. In this game, you get to experience the 2018 Moto GP season, from the Rookie Cup up to the Premier class. It features 19 official tracks and all the official Moto GP bikes and riders, and it also includes 12-player online multiplayer. Although again, it's a little older, so you don't know how active that is anymore. But hey, if you're looking for a cheap bike racing game, this is a really good option at this price, so you might just be tempted. Next we have Prey Digital Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £10.49, which is pretty good. This edition includes £16 worth of DLC, including the new Moon Crash game mode, multiplayer mode, and the exclusive VR campaign as well, which is a great bonus if you've got a PSVR headset. In this FPS, you are the subject of an experiment that goes horribly wrong, and now the space station you're on is infested with aliens, so you must rely on your wits, weapons, and newly gained abilities in order to survive. This game was very highly rated when it came out, and people still like it now, so if you're looking for a really cool first-person shooter game with aliens and a bit of different gameplay, then this is right up your alley. You should definitely take a look at it. We have another bike game next, Ride 2 Special Edition. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the price of £4.49, which is really good, as this edition includes 8 DLC of 39 new bikes and 20 helmets, so you get a lot of extra content as well. In this game, you get to race over 200 motorbikes across over 30 worldwide race tracks, including legendary ones such as the Nürburgring, with 16 game modes, and it features customizable riders and bikes with over 20 brands of items to use for the customizations. So you're getting a huge amount of content with this game, and it seems pretty decent. So if you've been looking for a cheap bike racer, or you've never played one before and you've always wanted to, you might just want to take a look at this one. Our next game is Sign Mora EX. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on at least a 70% discount for the price of £4.79 or £3.19 with PS Plus, which is a really good deal. This is a great modern side-scrolling shooter with huge boss battles, great 3D visuals and varied gameplay. It features 3 versus modes, new challenge levels, local 2-player co-op, added English voiceovers, and optional new 16:9 aspect ratio. These days they don't make that many side-scrolling shooters, so if you've been looking for a modern one, this is a really good one, and you'll probably really enjoy it, so why not take a look at it? Sniper Elite 4 Digital Deluxe Edition is up next. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the price of £6.99, which is awesome value, as this edition includes the full £29 DLC pass of DLC, including new missions, weapons, characters, and weapon skins. So you get a huge amount of extra content thrown in as well. In this game you get to experience the definitive Sniper franchise, with huge levels, tactical gameplay, epic long shots, as you fight to liberate wartime Italy. It features 2-player local co-op and 4-player online multiplayer as well. This is a great third-person shooter series. If you like sniping, if you like third-person shooters, or you're a fan of World War II, you can't go far wrong with this Sniper series. They're unbelievably awesome games. Check it out. Next we have Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet Complete Edition. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and is on an 80% discount for the price of £9.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. This edition includes 3 DLC packs, 1 expansion, and bonus in-game items as well. In this third-person action RPG, you get to experience an original story, set in Gun Gale Online, where you get to create your own avatar to explore devastated lands, meeting familiar faces from the Sword Art Online series. So if you're a fan of Sword Art Online, you'll probably really enjoy this. And if you're not, but you like anime or anime-style games, you might just enjoy this anyway. So why not think about it? You might just love it. Another JRPG next, Tales of Esparia Definitive Edition. This game was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £8.74, which isn't bad. And this edition has updated full HD graphics, new music tracks, mini-games, bosses, and unreleased costume DLC, plus 2 new playable characters, Patty Floor and Flynn Scifo. In this game you follow the fates of 2 friends on separate paths that intertwine in an epic adventure as a power struggle begins in a civilization dependent on ancient technology. It features beautiful anime graphics and cutscenes. Fans of anime and JRPGs will love this game, but if you've never played a JRPG before, you might enjoy this, but there are other franchises that go on sale cheaper, so you might want to wait for one of them instead. Next up we have This Is the Police 2. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £4.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. In this story-driven game you get to run the local sheriff's department your way, managing your troops, investigating, interrogating and incarcerating criminals, and make tough decisions that test your commitment to the law. I played the first game of this and I loved it. It was one of my favourite games at the time, and I've been dying for this to go on sale so I could pick it up too, and it's got me tempted because I've been dying to play this game. So if you like turn-based strategy games, and games that are a bit different, then you might just like this game. So why not think about it? It might just be the best game you've picked up lately. Next we have my star buy, Watch Dogs. It was released in 2014, so it's 7 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £3.19, which is dirt cheap for a game of this quality. And it includes an additional 60 minutes of additional gameplay exclusive to the PlayStation version. In this open world action game you play as hacker Aidan Pierce on a mission of vengeance. It features a unique hacking system that allows you to interact and control city electrical systems and infrastructure. It's basically GTA Hackers Edition. And don't worry if you've played the newest one, the third one sucked. The first one and the second one are much better, and the first one is good enough, especially at this price. If you like GTA sort of games, but you want something a bit different, this hacking based game is great value at this price. That's why it's my star buy, and if you've never played it, it's definitely worth a look for this price. Wolfenstein The New Order is next. It was released in 2014, so it's 7 years old, and it's on a 60% discount for the price of £4.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. This FPS is set in 1960s World War II, where the tide has turned, using new mysterious advanced technology, and the regime now dominates the world with an iron fist, and only you with a band of dedicated resistance fighters can fight back to find the truth and rewrite history. On a side note, the Old Blood standalone prequel is also on sale for the same price and discount, so if you want both of them for the complete experience, check that out too. These games are great old school first person shooters. They're all about the story and the fun guns and combat. If you want a first person shooter with great gameplay and decent story, look no further than these games. And the final game I have for you is Yakuza Kiwami. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 60% discount for the price of £6.39, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. 10 years ago, you took the blame for a crime you didn't commit, and now you've been released from prison, expelled from your Yakuza family in a city you no longer recognize. You become entangled in chaos as 10 billion yen of Yakuza money vanishes, and you get caught up in the aftermath. This is basically GTA Yakuza, so if you like GTA sorts of games, but you also like Japanese games where it's a bit quirky, you will love this game series. It's got all of the gameplay stuff from GTA, plus a load of cool Japanese mini-games, side games, quests, all sorts of stuff. And the beat-em-up style gameplay is great. You'll really enjoy this. It's got a crazy sense of humour and it's just a lot of fun to play. So why not take a look and consider joining the Yakuza? And that's all the games I have for you for the Games Under £20 PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I miss any that you liked? Did I pick bad ones? What did you think of the Star Buy? Was it a good choice or not? Throw all of your complaints in the comments below and we can argue about it later. I hope you guys found some games that you're interested in, but more importantly I hope you guys saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoil Vow.